Hello, everybody. This is me. This is Greg, and I'm here. I'm here with. I'm just getting ready for Instagram, and also YouTube. So YouTube, I'm on live on YouTube. I'm live on Instagram. So hello YouTube. Hello Instagram. Here I'm here just doing one of my art pieces today, and what I'm going to be doing is that I'll be sculpting. See, this is one of my sculptures that I got from I purchased back in 1992. This is one of let's see, pretty much the sculptures, one of these sculptures, and I have to turn this off for a second. Hold on. Okay, cool. This is one of my sculptures that I got back in 1992, and this is one of the alien warriors from the Aliens movie. You know, because back there in 1992 they were getting really popular with the whole thing with aliens. So anyway, so what we're going to be doing today, my friends, is that I'm going to be talking about some of the really wonderful things regarding the making the alien queen. So I just wanted to have this person here, this guy right here. I'm going to put it there in focus for you. I have with me my predator assembly. They actually kind of witness the making of the alien queen. And so I'm just kind of zoom out the screen a little bit. See what happens is, like, I have to prop it up here so you can get a nice clear signal. Otherwise I have it normally in front of me, but I actually have it to the side this time, so it's kind of like in my way a little bit. But it won't be in your way, so when I do this you can actually see. So I'm just getting all things set up and everything like that. So thank everybody who's here today and here and watching the program. I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit of music as I get ready. This is one of my favorite songs. It's the Easter song. Welcome to the platform tonight, and pretty much to the program. And so what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be continuing sculpting this Xenomorph Queen. I have been working. I started work on it last week, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and just finish or get more completed than I did before. On Instagram, I have it where I'm just able to say hi to my friends, but on YouTube, because I have both of them at the same time working, I have the YouTube and also right here is Instagram, and just pretty much what I'm doing is I'm just going to go ahead and the contest is on Instagram, on YouTube, for if you get the highest super chat. What happens is that we're able to, you're going to get this sculpture. It'll be completed, it'll be fully completed, and it'll be painted and everything too. So I have here, this is one of the 1992 warrior aliens that pretty much, when it was back in the day when I collected aliens and sculptures, this is one of those back in the day. Long story short, what happened was I'm making the queen, which is way bigger, and if you look over to my right, which is, you know, pretty much your left, I'm going to move over a little bit, you have, these are the predator assembly, are just watching the formation of the alien queen. So what's happening here is that I'm just pretty much just going to go ahead and just kind of form these up. And so as I'm doing that, you know, because I watched the movie today, just kind of watched it today just to be able to, you know, get the gist of it. Because, I mean, I've seen it before, and I've actually made an alien queen before. Actually, I made it, and a customer requested one, because pretty much when we were at the night markets, a customer requested that I make an alien queen, and then I did, and then they were so happy, and they came and picked it up, and they were just, it was really cool. So right now, giving her those hips, those baby making hips, you know, got those right there. And so what happens is that we're going to go ahead and just kind of add more details to that. So yes, this is where I'm just adding the details of the hip. Now, masking tape art is one of my favorite things to do in terms of like making stuff, because again, it's one of those things where you just add, and as you add, it gets better and better. So I just gotta make sure I can see the legs and the body of this creature. So everything's on my computer's over there, but here's, like, I'm in my kitchen and just kind of like behind by the green screen. And so what's happening is I just gotta flip the thing here so I can see the alien queen again. So what I did was that I found a bunch of reference photos to actually work on this. So what I'm gonna do is that this is gonna be, you're gonna see me work on this, and I'm gonna try and talk a little bit too about things as well. You know what I gotta do? I gotta like check this, make sure the chat is live, because where I am, I'm gonna put it down for a second. Make sure that the chat is live so that I can actually okay, live chat. So yeah. And so yeah, you can actually talk to me if you want to talk to me. And on the Instagram, I see a ton of people here, so let me just go ahead and wave hello, wave hello, wave hello, wave hello. All right, cool. So that's there. So now that's back there. Okay, so let's get this party started. Hey everybody, this is how it is, pretty much. This is what we do. We're able to make all kind of creatures, and you've seen me do this before, but you've never seen me do this with the alien queen. When the Alien Queen, I made it before, I actually had it where I just was sculpting her, and she was, I did this over the course of many days, and so I'm trying to see if I can do this as quick as I can live, because that's where it's really fun. Now, just understand that though I'm not going to be able to finish this live, I just want you to know that. It's because it was one of the things, it's like, it's a lot of details to it, you know? She has like a barrel neck, and she has like a barrel body, and she has those spikes that come up on the back, right? If you look at it online, you see the spikes, right? So what happens is that I'm going to go ahead and just work as much as I can until 8 o'clock comes around, and then I guess pretty much the bidding can start. But if you want to go ahead and just, say something in the chat, definitely say something in the chat, and I'll respond to you. I'll talk with you as we're making this here. Because one of the things about this is like I have muscle memory with this now, so it's like I don't even have to even like look, and once upon a time I actually did it without looking. I actually had it where I blindfolded myself, and I did it because I had a migraine headache. And you have to art. One life you must art. And so that's one of the things about this. This has been an interesting week, huh? So, like, yeah, for me, definitely. I had excitement trying to get my passport. And so, yes, I was able to get it. That was one of those things. Another interesting thing that happened this week was pretty much I didn't get a call back yet from the electrical union, but I'm just, like, looking forward to that. They withdrew the money from because you have to submit a check, and they cash that check. So, that means something. That means I might be going to electrical union, Give that a shot. Get me away from my door dashing days, right? Well, pretty much, I really enjoyed door dashing for a long time. It was actually pretty fun, because what happened was, like, you got a chance to go out there, and I took my kids with me, my wife and my kids, we'd all go out, and we'd door dash together, and we'd have such a good time with just being able to share and talk and stuff. And I just loved it. I thought it was the greatest thing, because, we get a chance to do a quick job, and it would accumulate. The only problem was that, the whole waiting aspect of it all, as you're sitting there waiting, right? You're just trying to figure out exactly what in the world are you, should I continue waiting? Should I go to another location? And so it gives you all that, like, uncertainty, So what happens is that you end up having, like, this thing where you have, like, a dopamine rush every time you get, like, an order. It'd be like, oh my goodness, another order! And then you have to run and go, go get it. And then so you have to get it quick and then deliver it quick. And it was food, and, food is such a weird thing. But with Roadie, and I find that been working with the Roadie app, it's been much better, because what happens is that you don't have to. It is based on time to start, but you get a chance to kind of complete the whole thing throughout the course of the day. So you kind of completing the thing throughout the course of the day. See, now she has that backward leg thing going on, right? She has a backwards leg thing going on, so I'm gonna have to just bend the legs. She's gonna be huge when she's done. Okay, it's huge. Cause you see how big these predators are over here. Let me show you the predator. Everybody loves this one. But I'll show you the gremlin one. I'll show you this one. This one is, I call her Char. She's a predator gremlin, a greglin. So what happens, she's still got 3 fingers. I gotta update those fingers. But she's a predator gremlin, half predator, half gremlin. And so her name is Char, like charcoal. And here's her mask, predator mask. There's that. So she's a predator gremlin. And also, this one took a long time to make, because I had to, like, braid the hair. I showed this to my sister, and she's like, Greg, you did a good job braiding the hair. It's like, well, thank you. So it's like, when you look at the hair, it's like you have a white one, you got a black one, you got more black than white, more white than black, and you got a white hair. So you got that right there. So that's that one. Keep working on it. So she's gonna be pretty big, because when you start making the legs and start really having the leg part of it, like, the whole aspect of it, she's really gonna start to full out. I was actually thinking about, like, whether I should just keep going off camera, and then later just kind of pop up with a new idea and let you guys see it. But I said, well, a friend of mine told me today, said, you know what, you should just definitely just do it piece by piece. And so I took the advice, I took the advice, and I said, let me just keep going with it, like you said. And so you got that backwards leg thing, right? And so what masking tape is really kind of like you're just doing kind of reinforcements. First you got to build it, then you got to reinforce it. And so that's kind of where it's at. So yes, this is how it is. This is pretty cool. I totally enjoy just the whole aspect of, like, making this stuff. And you know this. You see it in my face. You see it in my mannerisms. You see how it is. When I was a kid, right, I used to make a lot of things with, like, aluminum foil. And one thing about aluminum foil, when you compact it together, it doesn't stay together. It's not made to stay together. But masking tape, though, when you use it, it's like clay, but it's almost like it instantly hardens. But it instantly hardens, but it's just more like it stays together. It's one of those things. It stays together, and you're able to do great and wonderful things with it, like make a bunch of creatures and things, and those creatures stay. So you have this, and you have this buddy, and she's gonna be huge, my friends. And so there's that with this. So You know, I have to actually put a wire inside of her, because what happens is, like, she's not, she can't support her weight. Her bones are too flimsy. I was watching the making of today on the aliens. Let's see, let me see, get it real quick. Here. See, I was watching. Yeah, Alien versus Predator, that's right. And that's watching Aliens, the special edition, right? And so what happens is the special edition has all the extra features in it, right? And it has the making of the Alien Queen. This one here has like the Alien Queen, but it's a different kind of queen. If you look at it, it's two different types of queens in there. If you get a chance to look at it, it's very significantly different. Okay, so there's it's all of the markings on the head, right? The head markings is what makes it completely different. Anyway, what happens is, like, you know, this is like, I was looking at that and just seeing how it works. And they had the double jaw thing, you know, they talked about that. And they also talked about the first Aliens, you know. Well, they didn't really talk about that per se, but I mean, it just reminds me of the first Aliens, and the Alien movie from 1979. That Alien movie. And I remember that. I saw that movie in order. I saw Aliens, then I saw Alien, then I saw Alien 3. I saw Alien 3 in the theaters when it came out. I think it was in 1994 or something like that. I saw that was in the theaters, and that was a pretty cool movie. I thought it was okay, you know, pretty cool. But it's like, you know, they kill off the main person. If you haven't seen it already, don't just spoil it for you. And I didn't like Alien 4. I said, you know, I watched it like one time, and I was like, that's it, I'm never watching this again. I just watched it once, and then I saw the Alien vs. Predator movie, and everybody hated it, but I loved it. I thought it was so cool. And that's the one I made. Like this guy here, he's made. Yeah. So this guy here, he's of the same mindset. That he's the one. The whole shelf fell down. The whole entire shelf just fell down. You saw that? Okay, so alright, so okay, fine. If the whole shelf falls down, we have to go work with it. This here. This is the. You got the mouth and all that. There goes that. Alright, so here's the. I call him Cobalt because I like Cobalt, and Cobalt is such a cool, interesting name. And I just knocked everybody off the shelf. That's right. So they all fell down. This one here was the Prey one from Prey, and that was a cool one to make. So I'm gonna put him up there. But you know, every Predator on TV that ever comes out of any movie, they always die. You know, it's one of those things. It's the way it is, you know. But for the most part, though, that's kind of what happened. Yeah, so that's the thing. You know, if this was made out of some kind of a material that was not able to land on the floor and break, I would definitely be crying, because it would be like, oh my goodness, my things have been destroyed, you know, and that would just mess up a whole ton of stuff, you know. So the good news is that it's not made of clay; it's made of masking tape. So here's this thing I put in there. And so let's see, keep going with this. All right, so here's Pearl, and then here's Deli, you know, doing orders. And then here's this Predator. This one here fell down, so I'm gonna put it right there next to all the people, so you can see that again. Right there, I'm gonna put him right there. See, the little tip of his tail broke, but not right today. That was before. What I'm gonna do, right? I'm also gonna, you see, I got the clear tape, right? Because the clear tape, you have that thing with the teeth. You have the thing with the alien teeth, and so this is gonna make the cool alien teeth. That's what I'm gonna do. So you have that here. This is the kind of paint I use. I use FX paint, because FX paint, it bends and it flexes with masking tape. And to pick up the rest of the stuff that fell down, this is the Deli again with the long tongue. He's like, so this is Deli. One more time. And it's like, this is in his basic form. You know, this is Deli in his in a Diplocollaton form, like, you know, like reptilian form, same kind of thing. Anyway, so that's that. Okay, so let me get back to making this thing. So here it goes. So right now it's 7 o'clock. You have 1 hour, my friends. 1 hour for the Super Chat challenge. I'm going to keep working on this thing here. I just want to say thank you so much for everybody who's watching this, because, you know, I waited like all day to do this. Okay, I really did. I was just kind of so nervous. I'm like, oh my goodness, hopefully it's going to work out. My battery's not going to run out of juice. It's all going to work out fine, you know. I'll be able to do this thing and just make and sculpt and all that stuff, you know. So I was like, okay, so let me do this thing, right? So here's what happened. So I was just like spending the day working on that. I'm looking at the Alien Queen. She has the things on her back. I'm going to fix up her legs real quick. Let's see if I can do those. Right, make her legs all complete. Then from there, we're going to go ahead and proceed. So I'm just going to go ahead and fix up her legs. Again, definitely, just write me something in the chat so I can read it. I can be like, hey, or, you know, I can talk to you, because I can see it. I can see the chat, and I'd love to just talk with you and talk to me and say, you know, just say hi in the chat, you know, just, or something. Both chats, and if you're on Instagram or if you're on YouTube. That way, it's like, you know, it's pretty much an opportunity. So remember, Instagram doesn't have the contest. Only YouTube has the contest. So remember, the highest Super Chat is the one who wins this super huge alien queen that's going to be pretty big and everything. So I'm going to put a wire in her back and her legs so she can stand up. And she's going to get painted and all that. So when you get her, she will be completely done. This is so cool. I love this. You know, I'm going to give him back his mask because he is so ugly. This one over here, I'm going to give him his mask back. Yeah, there it goes. Yes, there you get your mask back on, Who's? All right, there you go. All right, there. Just the mask is on. And it's like, I have, what's his name behind my back right here? Ow. Argus is like, hey, everybody, it's me. So here's Argus, and I have him over there. I put him on because you can't be leaning back on this thing. And you work on this thing, the things keep falling down. Yeah, you know, I wasn't sure exactly how to like project this or show you guys how I'm doing this stuff here. I was like, how should I do this? You know. But anyway, just do it, right? Let's just make this thing. Just do it. Like the Emperor said, do it, Emperor Palpatine. So let's just do this. Let's get this thing. All right, let's go. And put some music on. You want me to talk? I mean, I could just hum or something. We could put music on. This is this. Okay, we're getting there. Remember, last week we started and we just worked on her head. I gotta make her head a little bit longer because it's like it's really long. Her head is like supposed to come like always to, almost to half of her back, you know. So let's see how that goes. So here, okay, this leg is a little bit longer than this one. I'll just kind of bend it here, make this leg a little bit more. Yeah. Okay, so there's that. Yeah, so I was able to get my passport completed. That was one of the big things I was really kind of working on this week. And that takes a lot of energy to do that. You have to deal with a lot of things. And praise God that they were willing to work with me because, you know, if you don't get your passport, then you have no ability to leave this country if you want to, you know. But everybody asks me, like, if I'm leaving the country. I'm like, I'm not leaving the country anytime soon. Unless, of course, there's, like, you know, reason to. But until then, there's really no reason to, so that's kind of where I'm at with this. So, yeah, so just let you know. Okay, so what happens, like, her backward legs, it goes all the way down to her feet, right? I'm gonna have to, like, just kind of rest it down and just kind of cook it like this because let's cook it like this. So, you know, the thing is, like, I've had, like, I have a couple more requests of things to make and stuff like that, so I'm going to be making some people, some more animals, some more people that are animals, or some animals that are people, I don't know. So, yeah, I'm going to work on that. They're going to have some more works in the works, and so the camera that way. Yeah, so, yeah, so this is this for that. And so, let me see, to get the feet. Don't get defeated. Alright. So the thing is, I'm going to just go ahead and make the teeth. I mean, a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can make the teeth. See? See, the thing is, like, when I have it up there, it's like more people to watch when I have it up in the air. But it's like, it's kind of hard to, you put, like, you believe it or not, like, masking tape is heavy. It's not as heavy as clay or as concrete, but time. It's one of those accumulation things, you know? As you're doing this, you begin to feel the accumulation of it all. You begin to feel the weight, because it's like holding a sheet of paper. It's like, first you're like, nah, it doesn't matter. But you move like 100 sheets of paper. You're moving like weight. It you don't look like it, doesn't seem like it, but it's weight. Let me tell you. So here's this. Here we got the full. Got the feet and the arms. Now we're gonna make her arms balanced because her arms are not balanced right now. We have to go to their fingers, and then you have the that she has on these little hands. She had 3 fingers. On the big hands, she has 6 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She has 6, almost 7 fingers. Okay, and on her toes, she's got like 4 toes in the front, 1 toe in the back, almost like a heel. We're gonna do that and see how that works out. All right, let's see how that goes. Let's see that. So we're gonna make sure their hips between are supporting the weight. I gotta put wires on it. So that's something there because it's like, again, it's like when I make bugs. When I make bugs are the same kind of thing. They have no. I'm gonna wave hello. Hey everybody. Hey you. Wave and wave. And, yep. And wave. Alright, cool. So there's that one. That. Okay, cool. Ooh, I keep dropping this thing. Okay, so to those who just joined, this one is the 1992 Warrior Aliens that was in the Alien movies. I've had this like forever. For those of you who are wondering, this is the pretty much way bigger than that. Okay, so but it's gonna be like pretty big compared to the Yauchas, but the Yauchas are Yauchas are pretty big already. But anyway, so okay, so let's talk about stuff, shall we? Let's see. So this week is a cool week. This week is Palm Sunday, is Good Friday, and is Resurrection Sunday. That's gonna be so cool. I just love Resurrection Sunday. This is like the week where we Christians are really kind of full of power. There's also the Greek Orthodox as well too, and they celebrate like next month. But it's for just generally speaking, like the whole thing about like the power of Jesus rising from the dead is like awesome. That's like it conquers Jesus conquers the grave, and that's great. So that's one of those cool weeks. So this is like a week you feel the power. I feel like really powerful this week, because like a Savior, He's risen. All right, now I'm gonna give her more of that more of that back. She has like all the little spikes that come up. I'm gonna have to make all those too, by the way, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. But it's gonna be like just piece by piece. That's why I think I'm saying that I'm not gonna be able to get it done in these 2 hours that I've been working on this thing. It's not gonna be able to get done. But what I will get done is like when whoever wins the super chat, that they can actually whoever wins the highest super chat will get this one. It'll be completed with the wires and everything. Probably even base. Probably even like something extra. Because I like to when I give like something with the masking tape, I like to build something extra. And then sometimes it's just like you get like the footage or you get the how-to, but you see me make this here, so it's one of those things where as you see me doing this, you actually see that I'm making this and there's nothing inside but masking tape. This is 100% masking tape, okay? So it's not 100% masking tape. It's like it has ingenuity and stuff in it too as well, because when it happens is that you have this is like it's not that hard to do, but if you don't do it right, it comes out terrible. So she has like a double. It comes down to a saber tail. Like a saber blade tail, and she used that to puncture the Predator in the Predator movie. Her tail can bend, and so this is one of those things I'm just kind of like making it here. You can see, so you have that there. So here she is much more completed. I gotta widen her out on the sides, so she actually is more robust because she's a super skinny, emaciated queen. And you don't want to have an emaciated queen. You want to have a big big chunky queen, you know what I'm saying? So there you have that. I said it for all y'all out there wondering. Big chunky queen. So you have that there. Okay, the legs has a thing on top of it. Okay, just chunky her up slowly. Okay, cool. Make this queen chunky. It's like, how can I call the queen chunky? Okay, so there was a movie. I keep quoting it all week. It's like walking around quoting it. It's like, if you ever watched Flushed Away, the DreamWorks movie, and it has Hugh Jackman in it, and I guess Kate Winslet in it. It has the voices, they do the voices, but they're like, what do you call it? They're voice acting, and he's supposed to be a rat, a mouse that got flushed down the toilet. I think he's a rat that got flushed down the toilet. Anyway, so long story short, what happened was there was one. He went to is it Ruby or Rita? I think it's Rita. Yeah, Rita is her name. I went to her house, and what happened when she got there? Her brother and all the little kids were in there. And it was just one of those things. And it's like one little boy comes up to him and says, he's like, "Hey, young man, what's your name?" He's like, "They call me Shocky." And says, "And why do they call you Shocky?" As he's saying that, he picks up a 9-volt battery, and he shocks Rodney. That was so fun. I just why do they call you Shocky? They call me Shocky. So anyway, so you have all the different parts. So you have this, you have this, you have this, you have this, and you have this, and you have this is like the aspect of the queen. This is me focusing and working online. I want to thank you all for being here, by the way. Those who are watching, those who are attending for this here. And so within an hour, it's going to be a lot more intense than what you see right now. It's just, I mean, I got to make the teeth too as well. So that teeth, I'm going to put it aside for a second and start working on the teeth, but that's going to be cool. I'm just going to reinforce the work that I'm doing. Yeah. So yes, it's one of those things. So this week's a good week, a really good week. I spend time with every one of my kids, and I spend time with my wife and my kids and the family. We've been watching a show called Monk, right? And Monk is a pretty cool show. It's a show where he's a detective, an OCD detective and stuff, and his just to be able to solve mysteries and murder mysteries and stuff. It's been really cool. We've been watching that. I watch we don't watch like TV like all the time because we're always making something. So I have a bunch of house of creatives, right? So we're always like working on something or just kind of doing some kind of like a project. So what happens is like at a certain time we have designated our movie time. Like we watch movies like I don't tell you what days so you can like find out when I'm home, but we have movie nights that we watch 3 times a week. Anyway, long story short, what happens is that the kids, we sit there, we watch it, we eat chips and stuff, and we just comment and we commentary and the whole thing. And so we've been watching this Monk, this thing called Monk. Ames and I just finished watching Burn Notice. We watched the whole season of Burn Notice, and that, my friend, was great. That was a great season of just, watch the whole thing. Because before, we used to watch it when it came on TV, back in 1980, 2009 and stuff. We used to watch it when it came on television. But then what happened was, like, it actually was such a cool thing, because I'd never seen Miami before, and I got to see a lot of Miami in Burn Notice. That was great. So then this was, like, pretty cool. This is one of those things. Man! Okay, so super long queen tail, super long queen. Queen's right here. Alright, so there's that. I'm going to go ahead and add more details to it. Let's go ahead and see how this goes. I'm going to paint it too, by the way, so I'm not going to do the painting now, but I'm going to go work on some of the small details. Let's go ahead and make the hands real quick. A little creature hands. Let's do that. So you have, like, some kind of a reference that, just making the cool things here. So you got that. And you're going to see me do it because I'm doing it really fast. I have classes, by the way, on my Patreon, and I have Patreon as well as classes that you can attend, you can be part of, and it kind of works through the whole thing about how to make stuff, different things, make people, make animals. On my Patreon, it's only $5 a month, and you get a new video every month for just $5 to sign in, because I figured if I had it for $5, people would definitely sign up. But I think this stuff is worth a lot more than that. I really do. I know it's $5 just entry, because I know how it's kind of rough right now in America with everything. But for the most part, though, it's one of those things where I just want to make it affordable right now, so people can actually partake of it before it becomes from like teaching like college level courses on how to do this. Because hey, why not, right? This is like college level course type stuff. You're twisting stuff and making 3D sculptures in the air. So that's something that's a lot of fun. Anyway, let's go ahead and keep working on this. So we got like the 2 fingers. It's 3 fingers. So let's go ahead and do that too as well. You can see right here. 2 fingers. I'm gonna make 3 fingers. And to make fingers, if you ever attend one of my classes, we're gonna have another class coming up next week. On Wednesday, we're gonna have a class over in Manhattan. It's 114 West 71st Street, West 71st Street, 114th West 71st Street, and you're able to 114 West 71st Street. So that's right, not too far from the Museum of Natural History. We're gonna be going there next week. I can't wait to see it. Anyway, long story short, one of the things where we're going to be doing that. So yes, if you want to come and attend, please message me about, I have a friend of mine, his name is Charles, and he's the one that kind of put together the plan. But definitely, if you're interested in going to next week's class, just know it's like $20 to be taught how to make all this cool stuff, man. So we can make anything, animals, people, creatures, and I show you the basics how to do it. And that's next week. That's next week, Wednesday. All right, so remember that, mark on calendar, that's April 3rd. April 3rd, my friends, right? Next one is, you have it where, I have another class coming up. I have something coming up in Lewis Latimer House, and that's coming up in June. And pretty much for the Juneteenth celebration and stuff. So I'll be teaching classes there as well at the Lewis Latimer House. And also, we have, we're going to be teaching some more art. We're teaching more art on our own. We have some more art stuff that's coming in, and you didn't see that, did you? Okay, nobody saw that. Okay, cool. That's wonderful. Nobody saw it. All right, so that's so cool. So cool beans, cool beans. All right, so what we're doing now is just gonna strengthen up the arms. I have to give the arms the cool arm things. Not to mention, we're gonna give the cool spikes in the back, right? So we're gonna do that as well. Okay, so the time is now, what time is it? It's now 7:16. All right, I'm gonna give her her spikes are further back. It's like back here. When I first watched the movie, there's like these 2 like big old like elbow bones, like leg bones, right? That are there, and I'm like, what are those bones about, right? It's just, I don't know what it is. It's just some kind of structure. It looks like bones. I guess it's the harness that supports her weight, as well as supports all the egg formation and stuff, So in the movie, they have that big old like leg bone looking thing, like a kneecap bent kind of thing, and I'm like, that doesn't fit anywhere, does it? I said, no, it really doesn't. So I ain't gonna make that, so I ain't making that. So I said to myself, let me just go ahead and just make that part which we know and that part we love. She's got like these she's got 6 spikes on her back, 6 of them. So I think it's corresponding to like his spikes on back, and his spikes on his back, how it works, his spikes on his back, how it works. I think on her thing is like she has 6 huge spikes on her back, I'm also gonna fatten her up some more too. So just bear with me, you know, folks, because this is one of those things. See, and it's like there's no real big secret to this. It's just a matter of understanding. You know, I'm working on several different things at the moment. It's like this at this time when I'm doing this art. It's one of those things where it's like you're just making stuff, but you're not just willy nilly in it. There's a way that I'm doing this. You know, I guess if you rewind and fast forward, you'll see how I do this. But it's very specific and very strategic. It's one of those things that, you know, as you're doing this, you're kind of reinforcing what you're done, and it's like you're making something upon something. It's like you're not building. It's like, you know, I'm holding this thing, right, and building her. At the same time, I'm just rebuilding and restructuring. So it's kind of like that thing, you know. It's like the cool thing about it is like, again, you see how I'm holding it, holding the sculpture. And there's an aspect of it, like there's like a million little things that I'm trying to do, but it's like some of the things that it's doing is like I have to do this with one hand, and the other hand has to hold it, and then I have to have help from the other hand. And then, you know, so I do this on the train too, by the way. All week I've been doing this on the train. I've been just kind of like, there's some people who got a chance to actually see me do this live. And it's like, they're just sitting there watching. And I love this, okay? I really do, because the reaction, because when I get done making it, I just give it to somebody on the train, and they're just like, what? You know? They're like, you know, strange man. Like, because, you know, here in New York, you're not sure what to expect. But if you can make people happy and not make people scared about stuff, you just make people relax. That, my friend, is also like, that's a gift. That's a spiritual gift, okay? To make people happy, to make people like relax, to make people, you know, chill in this crazy world. That's something there. That's a skill, and if you have the power to do that, you should never abuse it, okay? Never abuse that skill. Never abuse it. Always use it for the good of mankind, to make mankind better, you know? So that's something there. So anyway, so what happens is this, we got like the 2 spikes on her back. I'm gonna have to do another 2 more spikes, and that's gonna be fun. I think I might bring it up a little higher, because she's just like, you know, it's like it's just cooking. See that? It's just I gotta fatten her up again. She needs to be a fat queen, right? Fat, because you can't be a skinny queen making babies, right? No, you gotta be fat to make babies. So, you know, what I really wanted to do, which I might do next week or a week after, because I mean, like, I don't know how you guys like this, or you guys think this is cool or anything, but I might just do one where I want to make the alien king. And I was talking to some of my people this week, right? Just on my Instagram, people who are customers, people who are my friends, people who are, you know, friends and customers, and people who are just, you know, just different people. And everybody said different things. Some people said they would love to have seen the Alien King, and I think I'd love to make that too, because there's so much like to it, you know. So now she has behind her head. I gotta just kind of re-strengthen up the head, behind the head stuff. So like this, that. You got that. Okay, I'm gonna strengthen up the arms, right? Strengthen up the arms and make the arms kind of like work out better. So, all right, because she has like her arm. It's almost like Popeye, right? If you look at it online, her arms like Popeye, where it kind of like extends at the. Hi, hey everybody, how you doing? See, so it's like that's pretty cool there. Let me see, just kind of wave hello. Oh, cool. Highest super chat wins the Alien Queen. All right, cool. There you go. See, because what happens? Like I'm holding this with the. Hello. I'm holding this with the tape rolls, right? I'm holding it with tape rolls. The tape rolls are holding my cameras up, so they actually have the arc in this way, so you can actually see them. So what happens is like you have this. This is like I'm just forming up this queen. All right, so let's do that, right? So remember the contest is on Instagram. Not Instagram. It's on YouTube. On YouTube for the highest super chat. So you start bidding your super chats. Whoever has the highest one is gonna win this queen. All right, that's the name of the game. Right, so it's not gonna like a bidding like eBay where you kind of bid and then your numbers get higher and you get outbid. It's kind of like the person with the highest one is the one who wins. Okay, and so officially gonna end it at 8:01, but it's kind of like, you know, talk for you a little bit more until that time. Oh, another thing too is like when I do a tape thing, right? I try to make sure the tape is like, you know, when I used to work in my hardware store I used to work at, right? There was a situation, right, where I'd see how the tape was. I didn't know then that I was gonna be working in tape like I am, and pretty much just kind of a tape pusher or tape worker. Let me see this in here. She's got 1, 2, 3. Okay, it goes in the back. It's like in the back. Like this. So she got these here. This is this. This is this. All right. So let me just reinforce the back spikes real quick, and then from there we're gonna go ahead and keep working on this thing. I want to thank you so much for all who are attending, all watching on Instagram and also on YouTube. this is like, again, fun for me, and I thank you so much for watching this, because it's like, it's a challenge. I'm sitting here making this thing while y'all watching me do it, and so trying to talk and you know, have a conversation and dialogue at the same time. So okay, so what happens is like this is, you know, I used to go to the Museum of Natural History a lot when I was in high school. I go there like a lot. I go to the Christian bookstore. I go to the Museum of Natural History a lot, and I would hang out there like a lot until it closed. Right? I would just get there as quick as I can, because it'd be like, you know, get out of school around 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. I would take the train, get over there, and then boom, be there. And also sometimes I would just like go for just to get a picture of one of the Allosauruses or something, because I like Allosauruses. Allosaurus is my jam. Okay. If you ever want to get me a present, get me an Allosaurus. Okay. Hint, hint, hint. If we're gonna get a present, that's Allosaurus. So I have like some of the Allosauruses from the Jurassic World once, because I thought that was cool. You know, because the first time they had Allosaurus ever seen in Jurassic World thing, he gets hit in the head with a meteorite, one of the flaming lava bricks. So he gets hit in the head. Boof! The first time you see Allosaurus. The second time you see Allosaurus, I thought it was like Indominus Rex was Allosaurus, because I mean he has all the factors, you know. But anyway, so they didn't make him into a thing. They made him made him what he is. But then it's like, you know, the whole thing. I mean, dinosaurs they're such fun. They're such fun stuff. But they're also the gateway drug, by the way. Dinosaurs are gateway drugs. They're gateway drugs into evolution. Bet you didn't know that, right? Well, I mean, if you've been following my channel, you probably know that. But for the most reason why I say that as a gateway drug is because sometimes people have the hardest time trying to put together the 65 million years versus the 6 days of creation. It's like, how do you do it? Some people say that it's because based upon you know, you have it where maybe they're saying it's 1,000 years, every day is 1,000 years, but then you have it where it says in the Exodus where on 6 days the Lord made the earth, and the 7th day he rested. I mean, if it's a literal 6 days and you're supposed to follow as an example on the Sabbath, then that's something that even wrote in the 10 Commandments. So I'm like, okay, it can't be 1,000 years. It has to be exactly 6 days, because, you know, God could do anything. So then when it comes down to the scientists saying about 65 million years, or now it's not 66 million years, right? They're not saying 65 anymore. They're saying 66 million years ago. So, or they're going to be saying 67 soon. I think they're already saying 67. Anyway, long story short, what happens is that you have it where when kids hear that, kids automatically think about that dinosaurs and the Bible, they don't coincide, you know? Then we went to the Ark in 2020 during the pandemic. My family and I all went to see the Noah's Ark over in Kentucky, the Answers in Genesis stuff, you know. And it was really cool because when we went over there, it was really cool because you get to see a full-size Ark, like from the Bible, exactly how the dimensions would be, you know. I mean, so you have the 3 floors and stuff. You have the thing, and that's gonna fit all the land animals, you know, into the Ark, which is like pretty cool because, you know, more animals live in the ocean, if you really think about it. And more animals are bugs than anything else, you know. So the majority of creatures on this planet is either paramecium, single-cell organism, fish, sea creatures, and bugs. Which bugs is kind of like number one because there's bugs everywhere. There's bugs inside us too. Anyway, so long story short, you have this thing here. So what happens? Majority of the creatures didn't have to go into the Ark. The majority of creatures don't have to go in the Ark. They could just, you know, hang out. And like I say, every time there's after a flood, there's flies after a flood. I mean, the floods and monsoons don't affect flies and bugs. So there's this, right? So here it goes. This. Now we're going to add some fingers. Give her some fingers. What time is it? What time is it? 7:26. All right, 7:26 or so, because my computers are all off. Okay, so here's this, right? So gonna fix her hands. I'm gonna make it better. Gonna go ahead and fix her big hands. All right, so I'm gonna do this while hanging one hand in the air. So let's go do this. This is how I make fingers. I'm gonna do it so fast you can't pick it up, but I'll just show you how I make fingers. If you probably rewind, you might be able to see it, but you can't rewind it while you're doing a live chat. So actually you can, but that's beside the point. I can't rewind it because I'm moving forward. It's like, you know, a friend of mine, they're talking about how time doesn't exist, you know, and they mentioned that, and I really like them. They're a cool group that I'm part of. It's a hail to the kill. And so what happened? Somebody mentioned about like time, right? Somebody mentioned about time and the time not being anything, but then, you know, it's kind of crazy because when you gotta meet at a certain time, because it's just, and that's kind of I find that ironic because it's like, you know, hey, how are you gonna meet if you don't know what time to meet if time doesn't exist? But that's beside the point. That's a deep thought, too deep. So back to the thing with dinosaurs. When I was going to be a paleontologist, right? I started studying dinosaurs, and I wanted to be a paleontologist. I really like the whole thing about how these things all work out, and how the bones and how the bones and the mechanisms work. That's why the Alien Queen is like not too far away from the things I like to make, because, you know, when you think about it, right? It's like she's all like bones, but she's like black bones, right? So she's a black bone queen. So you know, in the comic book, there's a red queen, right? There's a red queen. There's a red queen. See, I can't see all the chat. Whoever does the highest. Okay, yeah, I gotta kind of lean forward because the edge of the tape. See, like the edge of the tape, right, is holding my phone, so I have to look down into the get up and look down to see the words that are on my screen. So anyway, so that's what happens there. So this is this. So you got like 3 fingers there. Remember, she has 6 fingers. So show you how to do that in a second. All right. So okay, this is coming along pretty nicely. So what happened was, like, so I want to be a paleontologist, and my older sister, you know, I might have told you this story 100 times already, but I love saying it. My older sister was like, you know, Greg, they're all dead, and so she kind of just took the carpet from under my feet with that. She pulled a rug under my foot. She said, "What you gonna be doing as a paleontologist? You're gonna be digging up bones and making hypotheses." I didn't like that idea. I didn't like the whole having to make up stuff, and you know, I didn't like that because that's no fun. I mean, really. So, I mean, what it was fun was just learn the Latin words and learning Latin and all the genus and the species of different dinosaurs and the Allosaurus, you know, and then learning the different names of stuff and then Diplocalus and then, you know, it's one of those things, you know. So you have all these things where you just kind of, as you're doing this, so you're learning more stuff. Anyway, so long story short, what ends up happening is I wanted to have little dinosaurs, and those are the little lizards and stuff. That's why I got the whole like Diplocalus thing going on. If you just look at that, I'm all into the whole Diplocalus, all into the thing regarding see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fingers, 6 fingers, baby. Right, so 6 fingers on the queen. Now we're gonna make it prettier because right now I'm gonna do it again on the other side. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so have that. That's weird. Let's see, let me shrink this down for a second. What is up? What is going on here? What is going on? Okay, what is this? Okay, cool. I have to check the computer over there, make sure the computer's working. So I have that there. So here's this, and let's pick the hands for this one. Okay, so what happens is this, right? So I had lizards for pets, and lizards got sick because I had a plant in the cage that was poisonous called Dieffenbachia. I didn't know that at the time, but they really messed up my lizard. And if you ever have lizards as pets, make sure you don't put live plants that are toxic house plants. You know, because what ends up happening is that you're faced with a scenario where you're gonna kill your creatures because they can't escape and they drink water off that thing, and there's oxalates and things like that inside of Dieffenbachia, which is also, by the way, inside of kale. And spinach, they have it too as well. Spinach and kale have oxalates in them. They're kind of like the Dieffenbachia plant, but that's beside the point. Let's not talk about that. Yeah, Popeye. So anyway, so what happens is this, right? You have the scenario where it's like my lizards, they had horrible deaths, and I was so sad about that. And so I confess it to the universe that yes, I had lizards that died, and I'm so sad about that. The other side of life is that I wanted to be a lizard doctor, and you can't do that. You have to become a veterinarian, and to be a veterinarian, you have to study. And I went to a school, and part of the school that I was at, it was large animals, and I really loved the whole thing about it. We learned about animal science and plant science my high school years, and I so wanted to just become a veterinarian. And that was going to be my thing. And I tell the story, it's like a million years old now, you know. So you have that with 4 fingers. I got to get 2 more. And so what happens is, like, you know, and I give her the big old elephant arms and stuff like that too, the big Popeye arms. So what happens is that the person who was in charge of the farmers union put me on a dairy farm, right? Or where I was supposed to go for my summer program. I asked to be at the Bronx Zoo. I did. I wanted to be at the Bronx Zoo. I'll never let that go. Never. So I wanted to be at the Bronx Zoo, and they put me at the dairy farm. And the dairy farm was really good. I mean, I enjoyed it. It's like initiation into manhood summer. That was I could work as hard as possible. I realized that just you could 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can work as hard as possible, and you know you do a lot of things. And you have to do it again the next day. But dairy farming is no joke. Mad respects to those who make milk. The cows, and also to those who have to process it for us to drink. You know, so it was interesting. It was an interesting thing. I went through the whole process. They had the you know, watching cows and calves being born. That was great. That was the greatest thing. Like, you know, just the next greatest thing after that was like seeing my own kids born. And that was great. So I guess seeing my kids being born is much better than watching calves being born. But I mean, I was there to deliver them, and so when my kids were born, we had cesarean, so I wasn't able to cut the umbilical cord, but I was able to hold them, and I wasn't able to hold them. We weren't able to hold our kids right after they're born. No, did we? I think we did. Oh my word, I can't remember now. I think we did, right? Yes, I held all the kids after they were born. Yeah, yeah. When and then was Amy wasn't able to hold them because of she was pretty much just had the baby. But and they had her hands like tied until they said you get to have where you could release your hand. I tell you, the whole thing of being a birth in America is just a weird thing. They just make it so you have to have your belly cut and stuff. In other countries you have natural birth and stuff. But this one it's like they kind of force you to have a cesarean because the doctor has to go to the doctor has to go play golf or go to their yacht or whatever. And so long story short, you have that scenario where you're kind of faced with a lot of things. So you have to have the baby gets born on a Friday at 3 o'clock, because it's scheduled, as opposed to you have to wait all weekend for the baby to come when the baby's ready to come, But you say, oh, the baby's too big, or the baby's breached, or baby's turned, the baby's this and that, So, anyways, long story short, yeah, I got a chance to actually. How many fingers you got? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fingers here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fingers there. Okay, 6 fingers. Got 3 fingers in the middle. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and add some more details to it. I'm gonna add more meat to the queen. I have to kind of boil it up real quick and add more meat to the queen. All right. So what time is it? We're looking at 7:34. If you guys like to start bidding, you can. I mean, just don't wait till the last second. Because what happens? Who knows? The last second, I might lose the internet. My phone might go down. But this kind of thing. I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do for next week. Next week what I'm gonna do in terms of would I make something else? Maybe I do another a survey and ask people what they think. Because I definitely want to do the Alien King, but I'm not gonna do it if just. See, I make stuff like for fun, but I mean I do for example one day I was thinking of making Justice League and all the characters in Justice League, right? And I thought to myself, it's why would I do that, right? Because it's I've never made a Superman yet. I've actually made Batman twice, and I've made Wonder Woman, and I didn't make Cyborg or the Flash, but I did make Tony Stark, and I did make. So if you look at all my stuff, you can see all the different things I've made. But I've never made Superman because I think Superman's a chump. If you ask me, that's my point. Chump. Those of you love Superman, he's a chump. He's not even a man. He's an alien. All right, so he's an alien from another planet. Okay, so the whole thing was Superman 2. You watched Superman 2 movie? Mm-hmm. Garbage. All right. Garbage fighting skills. Anyway, back to what I was saying before. So yeah, delivery at the dairy farm was really cool to see that. Delivery of my own kids, just being there for the cesarean to be there was awesome. And that's something that I just absolutely, I'm so grateful for. Because that's really the coolest thing. Because when the baby's inside, the baby kicking, baby be kicking kicking everything while inside. But when you have the baby outside, then you have the baby can't do nothing until later, and then you have to feed and clothe and take care of them babies, right? Make sure the babies are good. And then after that, they all get bigger and able to talk and able to walk, and you see that, and you're like, man, so many years, so many things. It's amazing, really, really is. Okay, so we have this, and we have this, and we have the hands, and we have to make the feet. But before I make the feet, I'm just going to go ahead and strengthen. Remember the part about the arms? Now, when Ripley is being chased by this alien queen, she was being chased this way, right, kind of chasing after her before she got into the power loader thing. So I got to reinforce the fingers, I got to reinforce the hands, got to make little bends on the hands, so the hands look like they're trying to grab something. Right, there's that. Then you have the little tips of the fingers. All the tips of the fingers are bending inward, and you have all the different there's little bones, right? If you look at the thing on online, if you look at it on your phone, right? She's got bones all around her neck. So I gotta make all those things too as well. That's why I'm saying I'm gonna get basically the basic shape of her done, but I want to definitely get her teeth done tonight. So before the time's up, I want to see if I can get her teeth in there, so you guys can be like, whoa, kind of a thing. Because if you're like, whoa, and you're really absolutely right there where I am in terms of how much I enjoy making this stuff. So I keep dropping this thing. Oh my god, look at this. Okay, so here, this guy here keeps falling, and he's an old piece. 1992. How many years is that? Oh my word, it's 32 years. This piece is 32 years old. Wow. 32-year-old toy. Okay, so take a moment. I'm gonna make sure this doesn't fall again. All right, I'm gonna put it over there. See, I'm gonna use this to make the teeth. Okay. So how we do this? I'm gonna put this thing right there. What happened to Argus? Oh, he's over there. Okay, it's over there. Okay. Sometimes you gotta watch out for these gremlins, by the way. As a matter of fact, these gremlins, right? They glow in the dark. So what happened? We just installed like a new light thing in the house that it just has sensor base, right? So what happens is like whenever we leave them in the hallway, they glow in the dark, right? Because they have the lights from the ceiling. And yeah, where's the let's see if I have my, I don't know where it is. Right? It's somewhere. But yeah, these ones glow in the dark too. And I have it turn off all the lights and all that stuff for you to see it. But we're gonna get done before that time. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give her some more trunk maths, I guess. You know, my kids were like, Dad, you made a fish monster with boobs. It's like, I said, yeah, because she's the female of the species. It's like, but like the queen alien doesn't have boobs. You know, but that's beside the point. Actually, we were reading and they found out there's actually salamanders that give milk. Okay, so anyway, that's beside the point. So yeah, so I won that argument. They didn't let me though. They're like, Dad. It's like, mm-hmm. So yeah. Anyway, so that's that or that. This is gonna be awesome. I mean, if y'all don't get this, I'm keeping this. Okay, I'm gonna put this on my table. You know, real. If nobody wins this thing, I am keeping this because you get to the point where you love your art. There's actually a part, right? I was talking this before. Like I mentioned to someone that there comes a part where you love your art so much that you don't even want to sell it. You get to the part where you just love it and you just like, I love this thing. I'm not selling it. Or like when I'm making a commission for somebody, right? I have this thing where I'm just kind of like out there working on something, and then I start falling in love with the commission piece. I'm like, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna tell them it doesn't work. Send their money back or something. It's like, you know, because you start liking it and you just realize how difficult it was to make it, how unique the end result is, and then how wonderful it is that you just look at this like, man, this is cool. If I make this ever again, it's going to be completely different. It's going to be completely different, you know? So then you're just like, man, this is great. This is great. So then what happens is like, I love the fact that it's like, you know, so you start loving your art piece. There's a part where I watch these things on YouTube, right? These guys make this stuff, and they're making some really like significantly awesome like pieces, right? And you just like thinking like, oh my word, did it? Because I mean, you're spending like days on this thing and you're looking at it and you're just kind of sitting there like functioning, thinking about all these different things. And as you're doing that, you're saying like, oh my goodness, this is one of those things where can they even give this thing away? You know, are they able to have the wherewithal to kind of like give this thing away or to sell it? Because I mean, like, you know, how do you charge, right? How do you charge for the stuff that you're working on? Like, you know, I have a friend of mine and they had an art piece and this was like $5,000 for an art piece, and I'm like, I mean, I don't think they wanted to sell that one. But then I think like you go to a museum, modern art, or Metropolitan Museum of Metropolitan Museum art, and those things are worth millions of dollars. Now I'm like, how do you rate something worth so much money? I mean, like, honestly, there's like appraisal. Is it because of the rareness of the material, or is it because of the skill of what went into it? You know, is that what it is? Or it's like, you know, how? I mean, because I mean, like, you think about like how much skill goes into this, right? Just making this, it's like this is a lot of skill. I mean, I don't know how much to charge for this thing. I mean, I do, but no one can afford it. So that's kind of the thing there, you know. So she has the spikes on her tail. I gotta check the computer real quick. See, like, you see right here? If you look at this, right, the video, you see like she has like the big bone things, right? Like here on the side, it's the big bone thing. That is not part of her body at all. It's like some kind of support staff, some kind of support system. Sure, that's what happens. So I gotta look on that real quick to make sure I'm getting this right, because if I don't get it right, let's get it wrong. Be right there. Okay, yeah, so this one, okay, got the legs there. Oh, my light went out. Okay, cool. So that's my thing light. Alright, so I'm gonna turn that off. My fill light just went out. So boomer there. Okay, so you got that there. Let's go ahead and she has like little, it's like a sharp things for the feet. Man, this is coming out really cool. I'm gonna keep this thing. So, phooey, man. I'm gonna sell this number. You get to that point where you just love your art. My wife's like, no, you gotta sell that thing. So yes, because we have no more space in this house. I have like all filled up with my art. Okay, so I'm sitting here in the kitchen. Otherwise, I'm not sitting on the table over there. Anyway, so yeah, no more space. Just like, come here, Ripley. Give me, you hurt my children. I'm going to eat you. Yeah, that's what I said, you know. So anyway, so that's what happens there. You got the tail and you got the spikes. And you got the fingers, and I need the toes and a little spiky heel thing, because she's like wearing high heels, you know, when you think about it. The alien queen is wearing high heels. Look at the picture. You'll see she's wearing high heels. She's got a little arc foot thing, and it goes into like a high heel. It's like this. It's kind of like that, you know. And it's like it walks in her tippy toes. All right, so I said I'm gonna make the teeth. So I'm just gonna go ahead and knock that out before the hour is up, right? So definitely. I want to say again, thank you all for watching this. It's gonna be ending soon. Wow, 7:42. See how it is? You spend a whole week getting ready for this thing, and it finally comes up, and you're like, man, time's running up. So before the bidding starts, let's go ahead and just so you got that with the feet, that with the feet, right? So let me go ahead and finish up the foots, the 2 foots of the queen. Let's see. So you have that there, and I'm going to fix up her feet real quick. Like that. And then strengthen it. I have to put wires in her, so it's gonna be on top. So this will be like the preliminary basic level. It'll have wires, and she'll be able to stand up. She'll be able to stand up on her legs. And you don't. No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that because it's crazy to even think to make that. So I won't. So, all right. So oh, by the way, masking tape is really good when you want to make something. What's not so good, what's very hard to do, is actually making stuff that's inorganic shape. Like, for example, something like the robot, like the power loader. Like, though I could make it, I'd have to make it out of cardboard or out of Xenomorph. I haven't used Xenomorph in a long time. I might just use some. Who knows? So anyway, so that's there. Okay, this is there with this. All right, we're coming to. Let's see, we're like almost like what is it? Coming to the end of the hour. We're gonna be there soon. Again, please put your bids in, for your super chats for the on that. Also, you can support us, my family, in many different ways. You can support us through just watching the video, sharing the videos, letting people know about the art that we do. Also, we do birthday parties. We can do art for birthday parties. What I do, I make them in advance, and then we give it to the kids, and the kids, we all work together. There's also like on completing it. There's also like work that we do commission work. So if you want me to make something for you, I can make anything except politicians. I don't like making politicians. There's something wrong with them, all of them. So I don't like having that in my head to kind of conjure it out, to have it come through my fingers and be popped out into my into 3D. There's something wrong with them. I did make a Bernie Sanders once. Yes, I did. I did make a Bernie Sanders once, and that was pretty cool. But I did it just because it was like he was wearing mittens. That was it. He was wearing mittens, and not because of him as a politician, him and his weird self. But for the most part, though, I made him because he was wearing those mittens on the day, and everybody started making those mittens things. And I was like, that's so cool. So I made just one. Yeah. So that's my confession. Again, that pretty much that I have. I've made a Bernie, and he had like mittens on. So yeah, that was cool. If you look at my video somewhere, I have it somewhere, on some platform somewhere. There's a video. I think it's on my Dino Candidate's Instagram. Okay, but you can also follow us on Instagram. You can put a request in. You can tell people about what we do, and then you also can you can encourage us by super chats. You can by donations. That as well. If you look at my link tree, you can find all details. In the links below, I have the link tree link to it, so you can see some of my other works and other stuff that we're working on. Not to mention you can come to one of our events. We love having you at our events. I love meeting people in real life. It's really cool. As long as you don't wish me any harm or try to harm me in any way, then pretty much it's one of those things where we look forward to meeting people. It's always great, because that's something there. Because you meet people, and God loves people more than anything, So that's something there. I was telling you a story about my veterinarian experience, but let's just stop there. Okay, so for the most part, let's see. What time is it? You got 6:46. Now let's make some teeth for her, okay? I'm going to put her right here so you can see her. Right? We're gonna make some teeth, and I'm gonna use this to make teeth. Now you're probably saying masking tape is different from this kind of tape, right? And this tape is true. It really is, because this tape is different in terms of like the way it works, right? But her teeth are clear, right? So I have to get it real quick. Okay, there it is. This is here. Here is my tape, right? So this is my tape, and what we're gonna do to make teeth, to clip it, right? And I'm gonna have to do one of these things, right? Let's see if I can do it like this. See, I made it before, and so what you do is that this sharp scissors like up against my belly. Oh, how do you want to die? I don't want to die that way. Okay, so what happens this way? You make teeth like this, right? Like this, 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 like this. This is how you make teeth. There's several ways to make teeth, but this is the way I like to make teeth. So when you make teeth, you have to like this, like this, like this, like this. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Good to see you. All right, cool. Let's see. So here's that. This. She's got 4 teeth in the front that are like clear, and she's got like the sharper teeth, and she's got more teeth on the side. So how we gonna do this is this, right? See her mouth. Her mouth is here. Now we're gonna give her some teeth, and the teeth is gonna be like right there, right? So to do that, there are two ways to do it. You can either, how I like to do it is this. So you take this here, make it like so, right? And you just measure out her mouth. Her mouth is gonna be. So to do that, this is all strategic tape making right here. This is something that I'm gonna go so fast that you won't be able to see it, but you know, it's like one of those things that if you believe, they put a man on the moon. What happens is that you can actually see some of the details later when I finish it. So you have like that, right? And it's like her jaw, right? So you know exactly how big her jaw is gonna be. Now she has the teeth, right? So you have the teeth. So how do you get the teeth into her jaw? Well, it's very simple, my friends. It goes like this. First and foremost, you take the scissors like this, and you cut like this. So you take it and you cut. Go 1. And then you go 2, and you go 3, and then you go 4, and then you go 5, and then you put it there, and you go 6. Right? And you have the 6 teeth. 6 teeth. Right? And then you get the other ones, right? And then you like that, like this. Imagine I could cut my fingers off and scream like, ah! That would be terrible. That would be terrible. Nobody wants to see that. Okay, so here you have that. So then you take this tape here, right? And then you just kind of take a little piece here, like this. What time is it? It's 7:49. Okay. So what happens is this you go 1, right? You go right about here or so, right? And you go to the next tooth, and you go right here. And you go to the next tooth, and you go right over here. All right, so now you have the teeth right there, and you have the next tooth, and you have it like right there, right? And now you have the teeth, right? And then so that teeth is there, right? You have that there, and then you have the longer teeth on the side because she's got longer teeth on the side, and you got the longer teeth on the side. So you got 4 teeth in the middle and longer teeth on the side. You got one of these kind of things. You see that? Oh yeah, you see it? The teeth like that. So now you have the teeth like this. You take it up and you're gonna fold it up a little bit. That way the teeth don't fall out when you do the next step. Like this. So now the teeth is being held in place. Like that. And you just kind of squish it, squish it, squish it. Yeah, it's 4. And then you put the teeth right where it goes in her mouth. And then you have the teeth like that in her mouth. So you have the teeth, right? Next you're gonna have the top teeth. Because like, see, it's like that. But before you do that, you gotta put this piece here. Do it off camera. Right here. You know it's like there, it fits there. Right? And then you're gonna put it like so. So yes, so you have this. You have this piece here. It goes beneath the gums a little bit. And you have this piece here connected back to here. And then you have it connected to her gums. And there you have the teeth for the bottom jaw. Right? And you bring down the jaw a little bit because she's always like smiling and showing off her teeth. So you have the little bottom teeth thing going there. So now you have to do the top teeth, which is the same as the bottom teeth. And then how you do that, you just take the little piece of thing that you're working on before and those deadly scissors that you don't want to impale yourself with, and you just do that. So on top, she's the same 4 things as well. And so, when I was back in high school, like the guys I used to hang out with, like all my headbanger friends, we would always be drawing aliens and Predator and stuff. That was one of the things. And we were collecting the Alien and Predator comic books and stuff, which I still have, by the way. And so it's like, they're like 30 years old comic books. Mention that. Mention that. 30 years have passed. Can't put this here. I don't want to accidentally fall and shot me. So there's this one here. Let's go wrap it up and just wrap it. See, the goal is not to make it sticky, so when it's not sticky, you can actually do a lot of things with it, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to clip it up. It goes and 1 and 2 and 3. Probably wonder, okay, so the Alien Queen is down here, but here she is, right here. In case those were just joined, here she is right here. Okay, so here's this, and this right here, and this one right here, and right here. Okay, so these are some of the teeth, just like that. All right, let's increase my velocity. So I made the got the bottom jaws, right? The bottom jaws. Just trim it a little bit. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Four. Hello, everyone. Okay, so there's that. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and just add the other part. Okay, so you have the 1. Get the 2. Got the 3. And got the 4. What time is it? It's 7:53. We're coming to the end of our program, my friend. Definitely want to put your bids in if you want to go ahead and put a bid. Don't wait till the last second. Don't do it. Start putting your bids or putting your super chats in there. You know, I watch all these shows, right, online, and there's so many people. All I do is talk, and they get like all these super chats. I don't understand it. They get like so many, and I'm just not talking. I'm making stuff, you know. So I'm just wondering, why does that work that way, you know? So you have the teeth here, right, like that. And you got to make the little nice jaws because she has a little jaw thing that goes with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish that up, right? So I'm just not like just making, I'm just talking. I mean, people just talk and they talk and they talk and they tell their opinion and stuff. But I don't know, it's one of those things. I guess, you know, it'll come in time, right? That's how it works. Everything will come in time. So here it goes. So this there, you got the jaw right there. Got the jaw and the teeth. I gotta fix with the mouth. Oh, thank you all for who are attending on live. Also those who are attending on YouTube, live Instagram and live YouTube. All right, so she's got that mouth. She's got that mouth. Yeah, she's got that jaw. Look at that smile. Look at that smile. She's got like, yeah, she's got like, yeah. There's the mouth right there. Have that, and then so it's gonna go ahead and give her the cool things, the cool little there's a whole bunch of stuff, you know. For example, all the little bones in her tail. If you look online and you see her alien queen, she's got like 1 billion bones, right? Not as bad as the Nergigante, let me tell you. The Nergigante. Not as bad as that. So hope nobody ever asked me to make one of those things again. Okay. So yes, that was the worst thing ever to make. I had to make, other than a politician. It was like just pretty much, because what happens is like there is so much mass and so many like spikes and stuff that you have to, like, you know, there's like 300 spikes in the Nergigante. But the Alien Queen has less spikes than that, so hey. Because remember, I already made an Alien Queen before. This is like my second Alien Queen making. So when you make something the second time, it's way better. Because remember when watching history in the head, yeah, so yeah, they made it well. So yeah, they're being made well. So okay, so there's that. I'm gonna have to make her all the cool little expression things. Not to mention, I gotta make her head a little bit longer. It's a tad longer. What time is it? 7:55. Okay, so we're coming down to the end, my friend. Coming down to the end. All right, remember the contest that's at 8:01 on YouTube. So if you're on YouTube, please feel free to get on YouTube and watch me on YouTube, because I'm making this on YouTube and Instagram. I put it on Instagram because I figured, you know what, let people see. You know, those who have seen me work on stuff before, you know. And so to that, I'm very grateful that you're watching me on Instagram. And I look forward to your super chat on YouTube that you can actually bid to win this creature that is massive. I gotta add more meat to her. She's gonna have more meat like just around here. I'm gonna kind of widen it up some more, so it's gonna be more like a barrel on the top. Okay. And I mentioned on the legs as well. Not to mention the tail, all the tail spikes and stuff that's coming up too. So the teeth is there. She's like, hey, Mr. Tambourine Man. Already got the teeth, right? So got that. I'm gonna make the cool, because she has the lip thing, right? She's a little lip thing going on there, right? So I'm gonna make that. Okay. Next time you see this, it's gonna be I think I might actually just continue working on it, like, you know, and then get with the spray. But she's got that little happy joy face thing going on there. She got a little happy smile. That little happy smile thing going on. And she's like, yes, I'm smiling at you before I eat you. And it has a double jaw thing. I can do a double jaw thing because, you know, it just gets nowhere. It's like, you know, I mean, I could do it, but what I do is it's not gonna move. It's gonna be stuck in one spot. So here goes the double jaw. There she goes like this, and she's got the little jaw, little smiley thing right there. She's like, hello everyone. So see, this is just me kind of putting the little lip thing there. See that? Gonna add some more to it. So let's see. Here it goes. Time is 7:57. I want to thank you all for being here. Remember, we have Patreon. If you want to get like a sculpture on Patreon, just gotta pay at a higher tier, because I'll give a sculpture to my patrons. And there's something there. Not to mention, it's like you get to see some of my works and stuff like that. So it actually helps me and my family to continue to make art. My kids make art. My kids make a lot of art, and so we've been going to different galleries and stuff. And the gallery stuff has been great. Gallery stuff has been great because it's like, you know, just one of those things where you get a chance to put your stuff on the wall, and I love that. I love that. Everybody just loves putting their stuff on the wall. It's like that's a great feeling. Those are good times, man. It's like art gallery, museum stuff. And that's great. That's just great. Okay, so here's that. Got a top lip. And she got the top lip thing going on here. She's like, hee hee hee. She's like, hee hee. Hello, everyone. I'm like a horse. A big horse. Anyway, so that's kind of there with that, with the mouth. And she has that little sharp chin thing going on. She has a little thing. So yeah, when you see her again, she's going to be done or painted or done, because next week I'm going to do something different. If I do this next week, I might just do something else, because this week is just celebrating the resurrection of my Lord and Savior Jesus. And what's going to happen is, like, you know, we're going to just celebrate that. And then you have it where, see, look at it. You see this? You see how cool it looks? I wonder if you see it. Like this right. You got the lip, right? So the lip, and you got the mouth, right? Just kind of like that, right? So you have that one there. This is this. This is this. I made for my brother-in-law and my sister. I made the Pred Alien, the half predator, half alien one. And his name is Chet. Her name is Chet because she's a predator, Pred Alien Queen kind of thing. So she makes. It's weird how that works. This whole show. Anyway, long story short, what happens is, like, I made that one for my sister and my brother-in-law, and they have one of the first predators that I made. So you have that there. So you have that. It's like just a big old creature right here. So we'll have that there. Let me just go ahead and just fully render it up again. So we got, right now it's 7:59. I think it might be later than that, but I'm gonna end this chat soon. And I just want you, again, if you guys are interested in having this piece, again, go ahead and put your bids in on the super chat. The highest super chat is the one who gets it. Okay, so you know, so be that hero. Be that hero. Like it says in, what do you call it, Larry Boy. I am that hero. Be that hero. She's like, hello. Hey, how are you doing? I kind of, she's mouth a little too long, but okay. You know what? Who cares? So now let me go ahead and reinforce this stuff and hide all the blemishes that you can't see. Give her that little metal thing that hangs down, that little piece of like meat right there. So all the gooey stuff that comes out, all the gooey slime, that there too, right there as well. And then she's gonna have wires in her, so she's actually gonna be, you know. So yeah, so she's, I guess, not 100% masculine anymore. Now she has packaging tape, you know. So there you have it. There you have it, folks. This is the Predator. This is the Predator. No, this is the Queen Alien. All right, and there's her big old Queen Alien mouth with her little Queen Alien slimy thing, and the side right there with the mouth and all that there, right? You see that? So there you have it. So here we go. Yes, this is so cool. So almost there. What time is it? It's 8:01. Is it 8:01 yet? I have to check and see what time it is. It's 8:01. My friends, I want to say thank you so much for joining us with this program. I'm going to go ahead and continue to work on this here. Possibly next week I might go ahead and do another one, but for the most part now is, if you want to go ahead and put a super chat, I'm going to come to the end of the video. I just wanted to thank everyone who partook and who watched, who said hi, who responded, who listened to my advertisements this week. I just want to say thank you to everybody who joined and watched me make this Alien Queen. And so there's more to it. I'm going to add more details. She has more meat, and she has those little things on her tail. All the little bones on her tail have to be made, and the little sharp spike on the back of her tail has to be made. Not to mention her toes, and all that too. So, again, I just want to say thank you so much for just being here with me. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Please, you know, just kind of you know, go ahead and do that, and put a commission in, because we like making stuff for people. Our commissions are not too expensive, and they're affordable. So again, I just want to say thank you so much for everybody who partook and watched. All right, so God bless you. I'm going to end the chat. And unless anybody wants to say anything or talk anything, but now is the time to say goodbye to all my company. All right, so so yeah, here's just Alien Queen. Alien Queen. All right, gonna just fix up her mouth a little bit so she can actually do that thing, and then make her distinct jaw. All right. So I want to say thank you again. All right. So God bless you. It's 8:01. Time has passed, and I must go. God bless you all. All right. Now it's time.